HTMX is amazing, and I'm going to show you why. So we are building basically CertPulse, which is an SSL tracker for companies, right? They can track their SSL certificates across all providers. And so we have this dashboard, right? Track domains. And if we click show, we are basically here at the show page. So it's zoomed in, guys, so don't worry about it, right? So it's a little bit zoomed in for the blind homies. And we have here send test notifications, right? So basically, we're going to notify you when one of your SSL certificates is offline or invalid or is going to expire. But I also implemented the feature to check if it's actually working, right? So if we click this, boom, you can see we have a nice spinner, and yeah, we're just waiting, boom, and the notification is sent, right? And I'm using the board stack, which is basically no JavaScript at all. The only thing we use is Golang, Postgres, HTMX, Tailwind, and whatever. That's it, right? Easy, but we are rendering templates and we have a very good time. We're going with the speed of light and we are not depressed. We're still sane. So how do I implement this? Well, I'm going to show you. But first of all, if you're interested in how this CertPulse thing is built from the ground up, well, I have a private Patreon community where I'm basically coding this from scratch and sharing all my videos with you guys, right? So if that's something for you, consider checking out my Patreon. I have a shit ton of videos of Golang and all that stuff. So happy to see you there. Of course, there's also the 50% summer deal, summer sale for the full-time GoDev. Check that out as well. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up, and leave some questions in the comments. And of course, jump into my Discord community. All the links are down below. So let me show you this real quick, right? So basically, the first thing we have is this handle send test notification endpoint. Of course, you can see there is no real implementation of that, but that's just implementation stuff, right? How to send notifications. You just trigger an email API or a Slack API or whatever. So that's completely out of scope. And for the sake of demonstration purposes, I have a time sleep 5 seconds so we can actually see the spinner, right? It's important because Golang is so fucking fast that you will actually almost never see a spinner, you know? That's why we need to actually add the sleep so I can show you this, right? And the only thing we are returning here is send. Send basically is just a byte notification sent, right? And that's basically going to be replaced by HTMX in our view, right? So that's the thing. Then of course in our main we need to add that thing here, right? Domains get ID test notification, so we know what kind of domain we are tracking, so we can notify the user with a specific domain, right? That's why we need that ID. That's it. So now we have a get endpoint which we can actually call from our front end, from our show page, which is this one. Of course, it's beautifully split up. If you want to know how I split up these things, like I said, it's all on the Patreon, right? You can see with these nice includes based on what kind of state the domain is in. And we're going to have this show actions here, which is going to be included in each of these templates, right? So if we modify this thing, it's going to get modified all over the place, right? That's what we do here. So first of all, what we need to do is we have an HX get, which basically means if we click this button, perform a get request, right? And of course, we're going to perform this get request to /domains, tracking ID, test notification. So it's going to make a get request to that endpoint. So far, so good, right? The next thing we need to add is an HX indicator, right? Which is basically some syntactic magical witchcraft and voodoo. And the only thing we need to specify here is the ID of our spinner, right? It could be an ID, whatever the name is, it doesn't really matter. I call it spinner. You can call it whatever you want, right? That's the only thing we need to do, right? Then, of course, we see here send test notification, right? And then we have our span clause, right? Which is a span. And the clause is spinner. And this is very important. I'm going to show you. The clause is spinner and the ID is also spinner. Well, this is important, this ID, because it's going to reflect on this one, right? Actually, to be honest, I'm in my... And nobody's telling me this. It's so annoying here. Let me... Can you guys see this? That's so annoying. Wait, my bad. The problem is, yeah, this is fine. I'm so sorry, guys. Now it's better, right? So you can see this HX indicator needs to be the ID of your spinner, which is this one, right? You can see this ID spinner here, right? Cool. Then we also have an animate spin here, which is basically a tailwind class that will spin your spinner, if that makes any sense, right? Cool. So why is this class important here? Well, if we go to our app CSS, right? So you can see spinner is display none, but we need to do these two things here because each time you're going to click, HTMX is going to wrap your spinner with an HTMX class. That's very important to know. So you need to add this here, otherwise it won't work, right? Minor details, but very important, right? And yeah, just copy paste some Lucid thingy. So what I did is basically I went to, I don't know where it is. It's actually already gone. It doesn't really matter. You just go to Lucid icons or something and you copy something you like and you paste it in and that's it, right? And that's basically the only thing we need to do. There is nothing actually else we need to do. And that's the beauty of this HTMX thing. Of course, we are not overusing it, but we are just using it where it fits. Because otherwise, I needed to do some inline JavaScript stuff with a non-click and all that and all that shenanigans. And we just wanna hassle with that, right? The only thing we do is just sprinkle our HTML with a little bit of HTMX, you know? And this is basically a real world use case, right? This is actually, I saw this here. Let's refresh this. I said, man, this is the perfect use case for HTMX. And if we click this, look at that, the spinner is spinning. It's so amazing. I get dopamine. And after 5 seconds, boom, the notification is sent. And I'm happy. The customers are happy. And thanks to this video, you're also happy. Right, that's basically it. A very simple, very short video because there is nothing more to it, but I just want to share this with you to share a little bit of my progress with Circles. And there's so many good ideas I have that we're going to build. And like I said, I'm going to share some videos on YouTube, but all my long focused videos with detailed implementations are on my Patreon page. So check that out if you want. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next video or live stream. Peace out.